Hello, my friends. This is the video that I made on Palantir just 5 days ago, to be precise, on February the 9th of this year, when the price of this asset was, as you can see right here, at $110.85. And my main assumption at this point was that we potentially completed the internal third wave, and we have to see the retracement to the fourth one that should land somewhere inside this green rectangle. And guys, take a look right here. Instead of moving south, we had a movement to the upside, and I have to admit that my price target to complete the fifth wave on this scale was set at $127.47, and we are moving towards this price target. And I have to admit that because of this movement to the upside, potentially we have quite different breakdown of this wave from its local bottom at around $62.63 to its current price. And I have to admit that we are still bullish, and I still hold my Palantir position. Guys, this is the evidence of the power of technical analysis. And if you want to know more about technical analysis, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to join my Patreon account, where for the $35 a month you will be able to drastically enhance your trading skills. On top of that, guys, for now I added the gold tier for limited 10 vacant places, and the only difference in between these two tiers is this one. Discord access member will have all the data for the potential trades, for the potential tickers that you should be aware of. But the gold tier members will have the exact setups with the stop loss and take profit orders. They will have the exact notifications when and how they should trade certain asset. On top of that, for each and every member, I will do a weekly 30 minutes Zoom calls in order to answer their question, and in order to teach them how to properly use technical analysis and how to be successful trader. That is why, guys, for some of you, this might be a game changer opportunity, and if you want to drastically enhance your trading skills, feel free to invest in yourself.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
So guys, and what potential price targets do we have, and what crucial levels this asset might hit in upcoming days? Let's zoom out to, let's say, 2 hours time frame, and let's turn off all the tools. You can see that this movement, this asset has a quite straight movement to the upside, and from its local bottom that was established on at the very beginning of August of last year till present day, it gained more than 467%. So this structure is very impulsive. You can see that the volume is tremendous, and this means, guys, potentially the next price target for Palantir is still right here, but right after that we will have to see this type of retracement to the fourth wave, and I will show you what I'm talking about. But for now, let's take a look at its fundamentals. We don't have any new updates from T-Pranks in regards to the price target of Palantir, and we still have the consensus analyst price target at $88.6, which is about 25.65% of downside potential. And take a look right here. This is the most recent updates. This screenshot was made in Interactive Brokers account, and as you can see, the price targets are quite interesting. From let's say from $40, it is the lowest price target that was set again on February the 4th by RBC Capital, to about $125 that was set by Bank of America. And the most recent ones from Mizuho to Morgan Stanley are quite high, from $80 all the way up to $125. And guys, I have to admit that we have a lot of controversial signs for Palantir. For example, let's take a look right here. This is the article that was published just several hours ago. And it says, it's titled, Palantir stock is up 585% since early 2024. History is clear about what happens next. And key bullets are following. Palantir's share price has skyrocketed 585% since January 2024 amid strong demand for its artificial intelligence platform. Palantir's forward price-to-sales ratio currently exceeds 55, making it one of the most expensive software stocks of the past decade. Only a few software stocks achieved a forward PS ratio above 40 in the past decade, and all of them eventually declined by at least 70%. And guys, yes, from the fundamental point as well, price-to-sales ratio of above 55 is extremely high level. And take a look right here. The companies who reached these quite high levels are following: Asana, Confluent, Snowflake, UiPath, and Unity Software. And only Snowflake achieved forward PS over 50. The stock peaked just shy of 60 times forward sales in November 2021. And after hitting their peak valuations, all 5 stocks fell more than 50% in the next 12 months. And guys, I have to admit that potentially the retracement might be quite deep in this fourth wave, but I will show you my thoughts in just several minutes. And let me show you some counter arguments from Arnie Tracy, the long-term Palantir bull. And he wrote this: PLTR is a meme stock disconnected from reality, Jason, famous VC, said. Is that true? Let's assess Jason's and Alex's arguments. First one, high valuation multiples. Palantir's PE NTM is over 200x, and its price to sales is around 70x. 2. Rapid stock appreciation. Jason notes that Palantir's vertical search attracts speculative behavior, a similar dynamic observed in other meme stocks. Social media hype. Number 3. X and YouTube amplify enthusiasm for the stock beyond what the underlying business performance justifies. 4. Insider and early investors profit taking. Jason sees it as a reason to be skeptical of the valuation. And here's the arguments of Arnie Tracy himself. He responded to the first bullet point. Palantir is very expensive on traditional metrics, meaning high expectations are implied in the price. However, that doesn't mean overvalued. You need to evaluate how the margins are expanding, best in class, and could further expand AI to assess it. Jason drew conclusions without considering what matters. 2. The real FOMO comes from institutional investors. As I discussed last week at PLTR Weekly with several members, retail investors are more cautious than institutional ones, who despised the company when its valuation was attractive. 3. The research shared on X and YouTube put investors who did their homework far ahead of those who arrived late at the party. Read institutional investors. The visibility Palantir currently has is an asset in facilitating adoption. 100% of the SaaS companies out there envy Palantir's minimal need for advertising. Number 4. The management has sold many shares even below $10. Not sure it's a reliable indicator. Furthermore, the comparison with Nvidia doesn't make much sense to me. Nvidia is a product company with a business structure that is very different from Palantir. An increase in demand for Nvidia causes numbers to spike immediately. With Palantir, the land-expand nature of the contracts makes the effect look more like an implacable avalanche. While the multiples are high, I believe analysts still don't grasp the strength of the avalanche. My bottom line, PLTR makes people feel stupid. This creates a negative bias towards it, especially the experts who missed it, encouraging strong opinions after weak assessment. And guys, I have to admit that yes, all of these bullet points make sense in my opinion, but remember one simple thing. From the technical standpoint, if you see that the certain asset reached its crucial levels and it has a very indicative price action, for example, as Palantir has, you can easily identify that the next movement might be in opposite direction. And the sentiment from the news or from fundamentals will only follow this rule, and it will only amplify this movement. That is why, guys, you have to rely on technical analysis primarily, especially if you are aiming to trade the stock, not invest in this certain company. That is why, guys, the shorter your trade position is, the more you should rely on technical analysis. And otherwise, if you want to invest in certain asset for the period of longer than 12 to 18 months, you have to rely on its fundamentals and not on the technical analysis. So, and let's continue with the technical analysis itself. And before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, what should we expect next from the price action? I have to admit that the most recent movement from its lowest point to its current price is not the best in terms of let's say 5-wave structure according to Elliott waves theory, and this make me thinking that potentially we have the diagonal inside the 5th wave, and this means, guys, we have to re-evaluate a little bit its count. So we still have, this is our first wave, but this movement to the upside doesn't have 5 waves, it has only 3 waves. Somewhere here we can identify, and I don't want to dig deeper into smaller time frames. Somewhere here we might have this A, B, C to the upside. Then we have 3 waves to the downside that formed the second wave. And for now, guys, the most interesting part is right here. We have another ABC. This is our A wave, this is shallow B, and C wave. And this is nothing else but the top of our third wave. And then we have another ABC to the downside, and we are forming this ABC to the upside that will complete our 5th wave. And this means, guys, if my assumption is correct, potentially somewhere here we might have an A wave, somewhere here might be the B wave, and we are forming the C wave right here. And it is very tricky to make an assumption of its movement to the upside. You cannot rely on 3 waves movement in your price predictions model. But guys, from the bigger picture, if I zoom out to, let's say, hourly time frame, we still have the following targets. If let's switch to 3 hours time frame, and let me show you that from this bottom, if I pull the fib extension tool from the bottom of the internal third wave to the top of the third wave and to the bottom of the retracement, we have an extension in the 5th wave that might land somewhere in between 0.786. It is its first price target, but with an extension in this wave, we can hit one-to-one extension at $126 and even 1.38 extension level at $151. This means, guys, somewhere in between, for now, in between 126 and let's say $150 might be its price target to complete the internal 5th wave. That will be the top of the 3rd wave, and right after that it will have a retracement that will land potentially, let's make just a general assumption, let's pull the fib retracement tool from the bottom of entire wave to the top of the wave. Let's switch to 4 hours time frame. For this entire 3rd wave, if I pull the fib retracement tool, we can hit somewhere the levels somewhere in between, let's say 85 to 71 dollars. And in this case, guys, if this asset moves higher, you have to adjust this tool, and the lower borders, the lower price targets for the 4th wave will be also adjusted accordingly. That is why, guys, for now it is too early to make an assumption where we might have the trend reversal on a bigger scale. But if you zoom into this price action, you can rely basically on the next leg to the upside that potentially might hit 126, 127 to or $128. This means, guys, we don't have a lot of room to grow on this scale. At the same time, guys, the overall bullishness of Palantir is still on the table, And in the long-term perspective, I still think that it will hit much higher price targets. Potentially, it might be more than $150 or even $200 per share. That is why, guys, I still hold my position on Palantir for the long term. That is why, guys, you can rely on my technical analysis as a part of your due diligence. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap. Only God wants you.